Hi, fifth graders. Today we are introducing some critical vocab that we have either already come into contact with through our reading or we are about to come into contact with through some of our stories. So we are going to be introducing some of these words today and getting used to them and trying to figure out what they mean. All right, so these are from The Inventor's Secret, the story we're doing in reading. You will probably want to look at my screen for this. If you are a virtual student, everything you need to do is on the screen. You'll need your notebook for later that you'll write some sentences in, everybody. All right, so we're just going to go through the words, talk about the meaning, and then go from there. So the first word is locomotives. Locomotives are engines that make a train go forward. So an example sentence is below. You can read that on your own. Number 2 is chugged. If a machine chugged along, it moved slowly and noisily. Number 3, gadgets. Gadgets are small, specialized machines or electronic devices, a cell phone, etc. Phonograph. Phonograph is a machine that plays recorded music or sound. And then the word sputtered. If something sputtered, it worked in a rough or uneven way and made popping noises. So an example of that would be the remote control car sputtered along before it came to a complete stop. All right. So I'm going to ask you a few questions about these words. Do cars have locomotives? Thumb up, thumb down. Do cars have locomotives? Okay. I'm seeing what you guys think. I would say no, because they're engines in a train. All right. If a vehicle is chugging along, how did it move? And you can raise your hand to answer this. If you're virtual, be thinking. Right, it moved slowly and loudly. Okay, next one. Are airplanes and trains examples of gadgets? Why or why not? Okay, gadgets are small, specialized machines. I would say airplanes and trains seem like large machines, so I would say no. They probably have some gadgets inside of them for sure, but how is a cell phone similar to a phonograph? How is it different? Okay, go ahead and think. Pause the video. Okay, how is it similar and how is it different? Phonograph just plays recorded music or sound. Cell phone, most of our cell phones do more than that, even though they do also play the recorded music. Okay, here's another question. Would you like to be a passenger in a vehicle that sputtered along? Thumb up, thumb down. Would you like to be a passenger of a vehicle that sputtered along? I would say no. I don't really like things that don't work right. So I probably wouldn't. I don't like popping noises on the road if I don't have to. Okay? New question. If someone says their plan turned out to be a flop, okay, how do you think they thought about it? Oh, that one's not even on this word card, but if something flopped, it what? This is just an example of another word. It didn't work out well. All right. So those were a few of our words that I just kind of wanted to go over. Flop is another word that you're going to be coming into contact with later. All right. So I have a few other questions that I want to discuss with you. If you're at home, be thinking about the answers to these. If you are at school, we will be answering them out loud. What are some names of some machines that you have seen chug along? Pause the video. All right, here's a new question. List some popular gadgets. If you're at home, be thinking. You don't need to write them down unless you want to. Everybody else, we'll talk about it here in a second. All right. What you're going to be doing next is you're going to focus on some of these words here. These are word cards. So if you're at school, we'll see some of these. They are actual little cards that are printed off. If you're virtual, you'll see them on here. And you are going to be working independently in your notebook to, on the back, it has some activities for you. So this one is locomotives. We just talked about those. Read the word and its meaning. Read the sentence. You are going to be doing steps 3 and 4. Steps 3 and 4, okay, for cards 1.5 to 1.13. 1.5 through 113, steps 3 and 4. So you would look at this one. If you're virtual, I would consider pausing. So I'm going to scroll through them all, and I would pause it on the one that you're working on so that you can read it. But the first one, it says, use the word locomotives in your own sentence. Yes, I expect capital letters, periods, and then do your best at your spelling. Make a list of synonyms and antonyms for the word locomotives. So synonym means same, antonym means opposite. So those are the two things you need to do on that one. That's card 1.5. You see it up here. Here's the word chugged, right? We talked about that one. Scroll down. You need to do number 3 and number 4 on your notebook paper. Use the word chugged in your own sentence. Make a list of synonyms and antonyms for the word chugged. That's the next one on your paper, okay? That was card 1.6. You're starting to get it now. All right, here's the word gadgets. Pause it if you are virtual. That's card 1.7. Do numbers 3 and 4. Here's 1.8, phonograph. Do 3 and 4. Sputtered. Pause it. This is 1.9. Do 3 and 4. Here's flop. Pause it. Do 3 and 4. Incandescent. Pause it and do 3 and 4. Cylinder. Pause it and do 3 and 4. And your last one, patents. Pause it and do 3 and 4. All right. So that'll all be on one piece of notebook paper. If you have to go to the back side, that's okay. And we'll keep it in our notebooks for later. All right. Thanks, guys.